literally just went online. Hey, can you turn that on? Go off. Yes, thank you. Turn that light on. Hey, everybody, I think I'm live. Hey, could you do me another favor? Like, fill up like one of those little, just like one of those metal coffee cup things, fat tire things, so I can have a refill and not have to get up. This. Water? Perfect, thank you. What's up, everybody? Let me move my camera here. Hang on. Whew, a lot of focus. There we go. I think we're good. If you guys are out there again, be sure to check in. You have to comment because I won't know you're here. Darren Hall, what's happening? Thank you, sir. Whew. It's been a crazy one today. Been running late. Long day at work, and then I screwed around, didn't get my training right in until not too long ago, and then I had like 3 or 4 good conversations going on with some friends and my girlfriend, and as well as my good buddy Chris Rogers. Daniel Lemons, what's happening? You guys open yet at Wichita Falls? I figured you guys are probably a pretty big mess out there. I know we still are out here. I can't even get out on gravel out here. So anyway, so I was doing pretty crazy, and I've been finishing my notes. It's literally, I've got some good notes, got some good topics tonight, and I just couldn't get my notes all written up. So I actually intended to work on some of them at work a little bit, and I took all my notes to work, and then I didn't get to work on them because work got crazy. And then I left all my notes at the office, so I had to redo everything from scratch. So I'm going to be thin on some dates tonight, except for the critical things that I'm going to talk about. And outside of that, then I'll just let you guys correct me or add on for me. Alrighty. Well, I wish I could tell. I can see like there's like 2 little people. I guess that's people that maybe check in, and then that just jumps all around. I can't tell what that means in my feed up here. Huh. Oh well. All right, let me check on something real quick on Facebook just to make sure I had a message out here. Hang tight, guys. I'm okay. All right. Where's my stream? There we go. Probably saw that. You see the screen change because I'm flipping back in tabs. So, again, I'm still streaming on YouTube. It's much cleaner. It's much easier. Unfortunately, I just don't seem to quite get the connectivity. So, at some point, I may test Facebook again and see if I can double it up and go both streams. Honestly, I know that I've downloaded OBS. And my kiddo tried to help me with it one time, and I just don't have the time to mess with it. I need to sit down and just figure it out sometime during the break. But OBS is an open source broadcasting system, and I can actually stream multiple streams to Facebook. I can stream YouTube. I can stream multiple things all at one time from one interface. And so I think I just need to try to figure that out and make that happen. And in that way I cover everybody. But the key is getting all the comments that you guys have coming into one spot. Because honestly, to me, I mean, I like doing this show, but really the only main reason I like doing this show is because of the interactivity and the communication that I get back from you guys and the feedback. For me, that's fun. If it's just me up here yapping, that's not real fun. So let's spread the word and let's get more people comment and chat, and you guys feel free to chat at me and throw stuff my way. I'll try not to bore you as well too, which I think it's kind of happens from time to time, and we'll just go from there. So Daniel says, not yet. It's pretty wet still. Probably take a while to dry up. Yeah. So Daniel Lemons is another one of my friends, and Jimmy Young checked in right below him, both from Wichita Falls. Good buddy, Big Tex is up there. The Hutchins family is up there as well too. Bryce Nichols is up there. There's lots of people up there, but those are the main folks that I know from up in that area that mountain bike. And so I think they're in the same boat as us. I don't know how much snow you guys got compared to us, but who cares? It's all crazy nuts. So the snow melt and then still freezing temps in the morning right now. So freeze, thaw, freeze, thaw. So it's going to be a little while for several trails to open. We'll talk a little bit about a few of ours soon. And I know right now I can't even contemplate getting out on gravel. I sure did when it was snowy. Man, when it was snowing, Amy and I got her little Subaru out, and we got that sucker stuck and in like a 6-foot snowdrift, and I nailed a snowdrift and like knocked her spoiler off and had to we were able to reattach it, but we got out anyway. We dug our way out. It was a blast. We had so much fun. But yeah, I'm not going out on the gravel right now out here. It's going to be, man, it's going to be a while before I think we have any dry stuff out here. Medicine Park will probably be pretty good this weekend. We'll talk about them in a minute. So Jimmy Young, what's up, brother? Jimmy Young says, what's up, amigo? And then my good buddy, Jeremy J. Black. Yo, Wiz, what's happening, Jeremy? Good to see you. Good to talk to you guys. Fo Smith is in the house. What's happening, Forrest? Forrest keeps promising me that he's going to come to Oklahoma one of these days. I'm working from home. I'm free. And I haven't seen you since, I don't even know when. What was it, like 4 years ago? 3 years ago? I don't know. I've lost track of time. I lost all of last year or so. Hell, last year was such a screw up that I lost I got off track of how old I was. Like, I missed my age. Like, I'm actually only 52 right now. But, well, I guess technically USA Cycling wise, I'm 53 because I turn 53 next month. But anyway, so you know the date, December 2018. Bo, that's Forrest Smith. That's looking good. So I'm chatting with a good buddy. You guys, if you're on here, you can see Forrest Smith commenting. So Forrest is a good buddy. Someone that I looked up to when I was a young racer, and he had the gall to leave Oklahoma and go out and actually work for Trek. You know, he's going to go to Wisconsin and work for a bike company doing big things. So I guess we can forgive him for that. So, but anyway, good friend and idol of mine when I was a youngin', and he's still gonna come back up. So we're gonna get him hooked up at one of our races, and it'll be good. And I'll totally comp your fee whenever you get to whichever race you come up for too. So, and that'll be on Turd to Dirt, not on the promoter. So I'll pay for that if you're a promoter at that race. Alrighty, I'm way late, so I try to set my limit to be about 5 or 6 minutes before I get to the good stuff. But I've kind of screwed around chatting, which I like chatting, so I think that's fun. But I know some of the people get a little perturbed that don't want to sit through the whole thing, and so they they want show notes, and I'm not doing show notes. Somebody could do that for me if they want to watch and actually take notes, but I'm not going to do that. I don't have time. I do my little topics up there, and my topics are my topics. I try to do them in order, and that's my first comment. So topics today, we're going to briefly talk about Zwift. We're going to talk about Bear Mountain Enduro. We're going to talk about a big topic, USA Cycling Junior licenses. This is very important, especially if you have a junior, kids cup, youth, super cool. We're going to talk about some upcoming events, which are going to be a little short tonight because, again, my notes are at my office. Then we're going to talk about a racer clinic, which I'm super stoked about. And anyway, more information on that. And yeah, so that's the plan for tonight. And I'm already haven't had dinner yet. Had a snack earlier, and then I did some sweet spot / tempo. It was real. No, it wasn't even tempo. It was really sweet spot workout tonight. Trying to get my intervals up higher. I tried to do a VO2 workout yesterday. There's an old school VO2 one called Revolver. A lot of you guys, if you've done Sufferfest, remember that. So, man, basically Revolver is 15. It's like 1 minute on, 1 minute off, 1 minute on, 1 minute off, and it's like VO2 recovery, and oh man, I made it through like 10 and just crashed and burned. So just one of those things. I'm still getting there. I'm actually pretty pumped that I'm stoked about doing intervals and things like that and some high intensity. I'm still taking days off that I normally wouldn't take off, but I'm typically doubling those up with those days I take off. I'm going out for a big hike because my girlfriend Amy and I we love to hike. So we've been doing some crazy hikes out in the Wichitas and Quartz Mountains out here. Of course, this Sunday I took off, and that's just because I had a fucking hangover. So I drank too much on the way home from our hike on Saturday, and I woke up, and then we stayed up late Saturday watching movies and drinking. Sunday I was a wreck. So I'm thinning her out a little bit. I've been pretty good this week so far, and trying to be good right now, although I'm not on an empty stomach. So, okay, so those are the topics, and I'm running along. So let's get after it. Again, if you guys have questions, comments, things you want to talk about, things you want to add in, just jump in, throw it out there, and I'll get after it. Let me peek on Facebook. I see I have a message here. I just want to make sure it's nothing important. And it is not, so I'm coming right back to my screen. All right, cool. Let's get it. First things first. Let's see if I can get up here. I'm gonna try to rearrange my stuff a little bit here. So we're gonna talk about Zwift real quick. I'll throw this out. This was started, we kind of threw around this idea. I think it was 2 weeks ago, or was it? I don't know. The whole snow and ice and all that kind of screwed that up. But I don't think I missed a day. Did I miss a day, or did I miss a week? I don't think I missed a week because I think that I had the show, and then we got ice storm, and then we missed Wednesday, and then I was good until like Tuesday, and then we were out of school like the very next day. So, because that's when the snow came in again. So, I don't think I missed a show. So I think it was 2 weeks ago that we tried to do a Zwift. Jason Engelke started it. And I'm still researching it. And if you guys have any more information out there, I did some quick research today. And what we'd like to do is we'd like to create a Zwift ride like at 5:15. I would prefer about 5, because if you do about 5:30, then that throws us into, I don't know, 5:30 would be okay if we only do an hour. And that finishes at 6:30. And that still gives me time to grab some food and notes and get ready for the show. But I think it would be kind of cool to be able to do a Zwift ride. Again, Jason Engelke came up with this idea. But right now, so far, the way that we've looked at it, it looks like it's pretty hard to do it and make it just open to everybody on Tour de Dirt. It's hard. I think that we've got to figure out some way to do it. So if some of you guys out there are a little more into Zwift than me, and maybe having a better understanding of how that works, then maybe hit me up. But it looks like the only way to do it is whoever decides to create this or organize it, you have to be a friend, or you have to follow that person. So it's hard to make it open. So again, we're still trying to work that out. We'd like to do that. Just haven't got it figured out yet, but we'll keep thinking about it. I want to throw it out to any of you guys out there that maybe are better as Zwift group rides than me. I do Zwift all the time, but I just do personal training rides. I don't really go out and I don't do races and very often. I don't do stuff like that. So I really don't research all that information. So I do geek out at like creating, I totally geeked out today at work for about 2 hours. I apologize if my boss is watching right now, but I spent about 2 hours a day because I got all nerded out on a Google Sheets spreadsheet, and I created one where I could create XML code for workouts in Zwift. Because basically you can drop a workout into Zwift on your, I assume you can do it on your Mac. I mean, I do it on my PC. And you just drop it's just a text file, and it's basically just XML code. And I figured out how to create that, and I could set up my FTP, and then I could do all my different percentages based on math to do the different wattages. And then it would toss out the code. Basically just copy and paste that code into a text file, save it as a ZWO file for Zwift workout. And then you just copy it onto a folder and in the Zwift folder under workouts, and then the workout's automatically there. So anyway, I'm sure you guys are bored with that, but anyway, that was me geeking out today. So I'd love to do that. So if any of you guys have more information on the Zwift thing, let me know, and we'll keep working at it. I'll talk to Jason, and I'll talk to my buddy Alan White. I know he's pretty solid with that stuff too, and we'll see if we can work something out. I think it'd be really cool to do like a Zwift ride, just like a group ride, an hour before, at 5:30, and the day before the show, and then everybody could go from there to the show, and we'll see how that works. So anyway. All righty. Next topic, Bear Mountain Enduro. So let me get this up here so I can see if I can see my notes without my glasses. I don't think I can. I wrote pretty small, and I wrote with my glasses. So upcoming races, we have several things, but I'm not going to really cover upcoming races this week. I'm just going to cover a few that are in my wheelhouse. I know there are several, in case you guys haven't seen. So you should, if you guys saw the video, then you see the shoes here. So if Amy Clark's checking in, there you go. You saw me dump my old house shoes, and I have my new ones on. So Bear Mountain Enduro, Medicine Park, this weekend, upcoming February the 27th, which is Saturday. Weather's looking good. I checked the weather. It's going to be a little overcast, I believe. There's a chance of something, but not much that night, but I think it's minimal. Chilly in the morning, but nice throughout the day. And they are doing kind of a little demo here. I mean, this is a test run. It's called the Bear Mountain Enduro, and it is organized like an enduro, although very grassroots. And the idea is we're going to meet at base camp at 9:30 in the morning, Saturday, February 27th, which is this coming Saturday at 9:30 at base camp. And I emphasize that this is not Medicine Park time. It's 9:30. So Medicine Park time means could be 9, could be 9:30, could be 10, could be 10:15, could be 10:30. But you need to be there at 9:30. They're going to organize, and then from there, once you meet at 9:30 and we know the players, everything's good. Then you're going to be lined out, and it's going to be fairly free flowing. So basically what you're going to have an enduro, 5 courses, 1 day, all the courses have been posted. They posted on all the different sites today. I saw, or yesterday or today. Steve Cordes posted all of them. We've got 5 runs. They're all going to be strawbed, so you don't have to, worry about timers or anything like that. Very grassroots. Entry is going to be a 6-pack of beer. Let's see. So Steve sent me this today. This is the key. No fees, no points. Don't be a dick. Bring a 6-pack for entry in the story. You're good to go. So there's no real, they don't have a finishing time. Basically, as soon as everybody completes all the runs, then they'll wait and see how that plays out. And they're going to start tallying in the afternoon at some point. And they'll be able to do it, just through Strava based on time and all of that. They've been doing that for a couple of years now with the Fool's Dozen mountain bike race on their Saturday events. So they're pretty good at that. And then it's going to be hangout, after party, and seeing who knocked out the best enduro times. So going to be a pretty cool little event, grassroots. These guys get it. Again, free. Bring a 6-pack of beer. That's your entry fee. Donation, 6-pack, and that's going to be part of the awards and part of the. That's going to be part of the after party as well too. So I'm looking at going to be. I'm hoping to be there. I'm not going to do the event because honestly, I suck at enduro and downhill. So. And I haven't been on my mountain bike in forever, so I would probably just hurt myself as I lead into to the dirt season. But I am looking at doing an awesome through hike, point to point, in the Wichita Mountains with my girlfriend and possibly 2 of my sons. And so we're hoping to do like a 6, 7, maybe 8-mile through hike in the Wichita Mountains that morning. And then we're going to cruise over and catch the awards and hang out for the after party at the Bear Mountain Enduro. So, come check it out, Medicine Park this weekend. Have a blast, have fun, and Steve, I hope you're in quarantine, and I hope your wife Angela, Cordes, my good friends, Angela, I hope you're feeling better. I know it sucks. I've been there twice. And anyway, see you guys this weekend. Ooh, buddy, 23 minutes. I'm going to have to move faster. Alrighty, folks, not a lot of comments. So if you guys have anything, be sure and let me know. Agree, disagree, information, or whatever, whatever I'm talking about, you guys want to chime in, for sure, just holler at me. Alrighty, next topic. So this is my primary topic today. I don't know, I've got several good topics. I've got this one, and I'm going to finish up on a good one. But this is a great topic. So this has been popping up, as you guys all know, and I've talked about USA Cycling licensing before. It's not our first go around, but the way they changed everything completely this year. I know a lot of the Cat 1s, and I guess even the Cat 1s and Cat 2s, honestly. We took a big hit this year. Way expensive, like basically $100. Give or take some tax thing where they refunded us some money or some shit like that. I don't know. But anyway, crazy expensive. However, I think the reason for that is because they were trying to cover the cost of what I'm going to talk about next. And that is that junior or youth licenses. I'm going to say junior. So I say youth because we have Kids Cup, and we have some older kids that are in there, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. that are still considered, I mean, even up to, I guess technically up to like 17, right? They're considered juniors and they can get a junior license. But I think a lot of our young kids for Kids Cup, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, all can race Kids Cup. They race it competitively. So we license it as a competitive race because we give them awards, 6 through 8, 9 and 10, and then 11, 12. Is that right? I don't know. I got the numbers wrong. But anyway, so, but basically 6 through 12, we do 3 categories and we give them prizes. We give them championship jerseys. We give them awards every race. We do a series race with them. So it's competitive. So we, because of that, they are required to have a license, whether it's a one-day license or whether it's a USA Cycling annual license. Now, the way it works is most of the time, it seems like a lot of our parents for our Kids Cup do just one-day licenses because they only race 4 or 5, 6 races at most. Excuse me. A lot of them only do 1 or 2 races. So they don't want to fork out a whole annual license, even if it costs $40, which I think is what it's cost in the past. I think last year it was $40. Year before that, it was $35. And so if they're only going to do 3 races, then they might as well just do a one-day license and not bother with it. And they pay the same and they're fine. But this year is different. And this is where we need to get the word spread. I've checked with several people today. I checked with, my racing officials, and I'll talk more about them here in a minute. Tom and Debbie Ugling, love these guys. They're certified USA Cycling officials. They checked into it for me. I talked to Tanner Colbreth. You guys know him in Tulsa. He ruts and guts, crazy promoter, does a lot of work with the juniors in the Tulsa area. And I also checked with a couple of local friends that I knew had kids that are juniors and asked them if they'd gone through the process, and everything verifies. And that is that if you get a junior USA Cycling annual license this year, right now, it's free. That's it. End of story. It's free. So if you're a parent or a friend of a parent, please spread the word to all the parents that might have a Kids Cup racer. Doesn't matter whether you're going to do 0 races, 1 race, maybe you're going to do the whole series, or maybe you're going to show up and maybe your kid's going to try 1 race and then whatever, it doesn't matter. The USA Cycling annual license for a junior is free. So that, for us, that means if you're 6 through 12, or I mean, obviously, if you're an actual junior racing junior classes, which is going to be 13 to 18, then you would apply for your junior license. But those annual licenses for juniors are free. The one-day licenses are still going to cost $10. So if you think that you're going to only do 1 race with one of your kids, again, there's no math involved now. In the past, there's math involved. How many races are we going to do? Are we going to do 3? Are we going to do 4? Oh, if we do 5, then that's going to be $50. If we do 5 one-day licenses, man, I should have bought the annual. Only cost me $40. Well, don't even worry about that. If you have a youth junior child that is possibly going to race in 2021, anywhere, whether it's mountain bike, cyclocross, road, because you can license all 3 at the same time for the same license in different categories. Get your license, get your annual license, log into USA Cycling. If you don't have an account as a parent, an adult, then you need to create that account and you need to get it set up. And then you can create your kids underneath your account, so that they'll be underneath you in your account. So you log in and you have access to your kids' information. You set them up. They will all, you as well as your kids will get different numbers, USA Cycling numbers, but it's free. So you need to go out and do that. If you know of anybody that has kids that might race in any of the disciplines, I don't care what discipline it is, tell them this. Have them go out, set this annual license. Now, it may be different in 2022, but that's next year. We're not going to worry about that till next year. You may, if they change that, then they change it, and we'll just roll with the punches. But for right now, if you have a junior, or you know of a junior, or you know of somebody that has a junior, please spread the word. They need to go out and get an annual license right now, because it's free. And my understanding, and I checked with 2 or 3 people today just to verify, because it's confusing. The new licensing at USAC is really confusing. It really is. It's not clear. It's hard to get a hold of somebody because they've had furloughs and layoffs, and I'm not even sure who to directly contact at USAC anymore. I used to have 2 or 3 people, and those people, they're either not there or don't answer. I don't even know. So, but anyway, spread the word. Free licenses. So where I was going to go with that is, and so my question is we have a handful, not a lot, we have a handful we've had over the last few years. We get those kiddos that get to be about 11, 12, and that's just as they're fixing to get out of Kids Cup, and all of a sudden they get pretty good. And then they decide that, this Kids Cup stuff is too easy. So I want to dabble in, I want to race up, and that's perfectly legal. Youth, children, boys and girls can race up in age and category. So we get often, we've had several kiddos do this over the last few years that have, as a junior, have raced up into the 19 to 29, 19 to 39 age group. Adult races, perfectly legal, and they do that. So my question was, if they race into an adult race, do they have to have that $50 premium that we're having to pay for? And from what I can understand, the answer is no. Their junior license covers all of that, and that junior license, again, is free. So if you've got one of those kiddos that are in that 10, 11, 12 range that might want to do Kids Cup, might want to go do adults, or even if they're just a junior and they're not going to do Kids Cup and they're just going to do adult races, but yet they're junior age, they still need to get their junior license because it's free, and that will cover them for that. So super cool deal. Us Cat 1s and Cat 2s take the hit for that, but novices get a sweet deal on their licenses, and our juniors get a great deal. So, and I know that there's several families out there, several friends of mine that have multiple kids that are of age to be juniors. So I'm sure you guys are loving it because I know that USA cycling licensing in your families has been pretty huge. So yeah, anyway, super stoked about that. Let's see, Jimmy Young, the way it should be. Those kiddos are our future. They are. I talked to someone today, Jimmy. I talked to my buddy Kevin Caldwell, and we were looking at his son Malachi, and then I've been talking to Steve and his son Kai, and then we've got some other juniors, Ray Hall's son, and another cop, Malachi Jackson from Tulsa as well too, another super young man, and wow, I mean, some of these kids, I just don't remember having young junior kids this phenomenal 10 years ago. And then over the last 10 years, we've just had this whole string of these really, really young kids that come up through our Kids Cup. you know, they get involved in teams and they get fast. And I mean, we've got 2 in college right now, between Malachi Caldwell and Kai Cordes. We've got 2 riding collegiately right now, and probably have more to come. So it's pretty amazing, and I don't know what the difference is, but some super cool stuff coming from our young kids. Herb Brown, don't worry. Herb Brown says, I offered my teenager my old S-Works. He still won't ride. Herb, none of my kids do either. I've got 3 grown. I've got 2 20-year-olds and a 25-year-old, and I've got one 25-year-old that's now coming back saying he's kind of got a little interest because he lives in Austin and they have bike paths there. I don't think it's racing, but yeah. And my kids all did Kids Cup back in the day too. So when my kids were little. Actually, it was really funny is because my twins actually did Kids Cup at the same time that Malachi Caldwell did, which is Kevin Caldwell's son, who's now in Kentucky somewhere racing. I think at Kevin's alma mater. So yeah, anyway, pretty cool. But yeah, you never know. You never know, kiddos. You know, maybe they'll come back to it, Herb. Oklahoma OTB, what's happening, Derek? Just got here. Can we start over? Yeah, sorry, no, I can't start over. But yeah, you're just getting to the good stuff. So don't worry, Derek. I had an 8-year-old. I had an 8-year-old pass me on the Black Diamond downhill running Spider. Derek, no doubt. Hey, I was talking right before the show with a friend of mine, Chris Rogers, and we were talking about. We were talking about the Bear Mountain Enduro at Medicine Park, and how I've had I told him a good story. Like I guess about 5 or 6 years ago, I went to Durango with these guys, and you guys know me. I mean, I was pretty fit. I'm a pretty solid rider, and every time we did like this huge 4 or 5 hour Colorado trail thing. And so we're just like going down and up and down and up. And it was like, but you know how the down and ups in Colorado are not like our down and ups. Like it's a 2-mile climb up. It's 2-mile downhill, or longer. And so we'd start climbing and I'm like, all right, fellas, I'll see you at the top. As I would climb away from them and just disappear. And then I'd have a sandwich and wait for them. And then we'd hit the downhill and I'd just get out of the way and let them just go as they bombed downhill, like the 8-year-olds that you're talking about. And then 30 minutes later, they're down at the bottom chilling, waiting for me to get to the bottom because I suck at going downhill. So yeah, it's amazing, the skill sets. Okay, so I think I'm gonna tie that up. Anyway, so USA Cycling Junior license is free this year. Get an annual license. Please spread the word. Kids Cup, junior racers, any discipline, doesn't matter what discipline you are. So get that annual license. There's no math this year. 1 days are still going to, as far as I can tell, it's hard to determine, but as far as I can tell, a 1-day license for a junior is still going to cost you $10. But if you get an annual, it's free all year. Just get the annual and then you don't have to worry about it. You write your license on the deal and you don't have to do anything. So John Denton made it. What's happening, John D? Good to see you, man. Okay. Moving on. All right. St. Crispin's is next. St. Crispin's is our next race in the Tour de Deux season. Next race. It is the first race of the season. 2021. We've had a crazy year. It's still a little crazy, but going to get better, I think. I don't think things are going to get, iffier. People are getting vaccinated. I'm scheduled at 7:30 in the morning to get my vaccination. I have my first one. I'm in school. I'm a school employee, so I'm phase 2. Phase 2s are different everywhere. I know several people have already gotten it, and several people that are not even phase 2 have gotten it. But our health department here in Hobart is working with our schools, and they're setting up shop in our school, and they're vaccinating all of our employees that are wanting to get the vaccination. Tomorrow, we will be done. I mean, like I said, I'm rolling in at 7:30 to get my first one. They're coming back to our school on March the 24th, I believe. I think that's the right date. And I'm going to get my second one. So as you guys know, I've had it twice, and I do not want that shit again. It's no bueno. And but because of the vaccinations and the things as we progress, I think things are going to get better. Again, outdoor activities are the way to go. And I think we're fairly safe with our outdoor activities. And yeah, so anyway, I think we're going to have a good year. I think there's still going to be some ups and downs and some questions and some things that we have to kind of roll with the punches a little bit. But I think that overall, I think that by the time we finish 2021, we're going to be approaching normalcy. And that's what I hope for. St. Crispin's, March 7th. It's almost here. So you better go pre-ride. I'm probably not going to pre-ride next weekend. I have not been on my mountain bike. I don't even remember the last time I was on my mountain bike. I'm going to pre-ride the Saturday before, probably twice, and hope for the best on Sunday. Course is marked. Going backwards, different this year. Completely different course than we've ever seen. You'll recognize, oh, where's it at? Where is it? Oh, Michael, don't go calling me out, bud. I'm prepared. I'm prepared, Michael Bond. Says doesn't see us 228. So and the new plates are ordered, speaking of which. So, I mean, they've been ordered for a while. They're on the way, but I'm a little worried, but I haven't tracked them today, but they should be coming. The whole ice thing screwed everything up. So we've got new adult plates and Kids Cup plates on the way, all purchased, all created, and all shipped. So going to be cool. I'm looking forward to it. Let's see. Do I want to? I'm going to finish up St. Crispin's, and I'll look at John's comment in a second. Yeah. So St. Crispin's course is marked. I saw today or yesterday, Mike answered a couple of comments or questions about the new course. Race course is marked. Course is ready. St. Crispin's is open. And they're probably still a little damp right now, although it is totally rideable because, as you guys know, their terrain is just a little different than every place else. They have a lot of gravel, a lot of chat, a lot of rock stuff, so they don't get a lot of mud. A couple sections might be a little icky, but overall, they are open. They've posted on all their normal websites and all their normal Facebook groups and pages, so just pay attention to the hours if you plan on coming down this week versus coming down this weekend. But they are open. Just mind their hours that they post, because they do it because they have it's a private place and they have only a small staff. So again, just follow their guidelines. But their trail is open. It is marked. Race loop is marked, and it's going to be different. So I'm not going to get to see it until the day before the race, which is going to be the 6th, and the race is the 7th. So I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait to get Tour de Dirt rolling again. I can't wait to see all you guys and gals again. And St. Crispin's is a good venue because it's a good location. It's centralized. It's easy for OKC, Tulsa, even for me, really. I don't know, it's a pretty good drive for me because I'm like 2 hours from OKC. So it's probably like 3.5 hours for me. But I'll stage up with Amy in Oklahoma City the night before, and then we'll cruise over the Saturday. So anyway, yeah, so super cool, super pumped to get St. Crispin's rolling and get Tour de Dirt knocked out of the park for 2021. All right, let's see what's next on my list. Sooner Stampede. I'm gonna be short with this, and we'll talk more in detail about them over the next 2 weeks because that will be our upcoming week event. They are our next event. They're number 2, Tour de Dirt number 2, Sooner Stampede. Team warm up March 28th. So we have a little gap there between the first race and the second race, but there are some other events in between. Let's see. They always do a great job with their course. I assume I have not seen information on what they're going to do for their courses this year, but I'm sure that will come out over the next week or two. Again, courses do not need to be marked until the weekend before the race. So I know a lot of promoters do it ahead of time before that, just so people can come out and pre-ride. And I'm appreciative of that, but it's not required. And I would assume that we'll have some information come out from Team Warm Up. Super awesome group of folks. And I'm looking forward to the Blow Up Pub registration, cool start finish, awesome courses, Lake T-Bird, Plaid, Gold, all the crazy stuff that they do. And I'm sure they'll throw an interesting course out at us. They always do a slightly different course. And we'll see how that plays out. And look forward to doing Sooner Stampede. So again, March 28th. Boom. Let's see. John Denton, I'll ask in case anyone is thinking about asking but hasn't. If we don't have an annual license, can we compete for the state jersey for all categories other than Cat 1? The answer is you can only compete for a state championship jersey at Cat 1 and Cat 2 level if you have an annual license. If you do not have an annual license, you cannot compete for a state championship jersey as a Cat 1 or a Cat 2. A novice, which is the old Cat 3, can participate for a state championship jersey as a one-day license. You do not have to have an annual. You can get a one-day license and participate. And still be in the running for a state championship jersey. But if you're a Cat 1 or Cat 2 category, regardless of what that is, now we're doing e-bikes this year, but e-bikes is not an official category. This is a category that we're adding. It's going to race the Cat 2 distance, but it's going to be the Cat 3 fee. But again, it's not an official category. There's no state championship jersey for it. Awards are not required. It's just a test, and but we're going to be doing it for. But we're going to be racing it near the single speeders, which is going to be the Cat 2 distance because of the timing. But everybody else, if you're a Cat 1 or a Cat 2 discipline, and so single speed is a Cat 2 discipline. Let's see. I don't know. I guess that's it, really. I guess the single speed, probably the only open category that's a Cat 2 distance. But, yeah, if you're a Cat 1 or Cat 2, you have to have an annual license or you cannot compete for a state championship jersey. So good question, John. Thank you. Faux Smith, Blow Up Pub. Oh, somebody from Team Warm Up. Oh, I'm gonna have to send you a picture. Yeah, Forrest. Team Warm Up, like their whole goal with some of their events was making enough money to buy this blow up pub, and so they have these little generators. Kind of like you get the little you get the little play gyms like the schools hire out where you can like run and like you can do like little obstacle courses things. But they have the little fans that blow it up, and you can like run and jump and slide down it. And then they've got like the little ball rooms where like you can go in the balls. There's you can like jump around, little jump rooms. Well, the blow up pub has the same thing. It's like it blows up, but it's a pub. So it's pretty cool. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. So like they do registration in there, and then of course like if it's freezing balls at like a couple of races that we've done, then they'll like have their propane tanks in there and heaters. And so like we'll be in this crazy blow up pub, freezing our asses off in there with propane heaters, and then of course we have a couple of races where they do like oh man, the Wintertons make these badass hot dogs, these badass dogs for the winter solstice ride. Oh man, Fo Smith, you definitely got to be in, bro. That's like Thunderbird too. That's the one you're thinking about going to. So, Derek, Oklahoma OTB says he's heading down there Friday. All right, you let me know how St. Crispin's is after you get done with it. I'm gonna miss it this weekend, but for sure. John Denton says, time to get my single speed e-bike race ready. Oh shit, John. Yeah. You're gonna double up with the single speed e-bike thing. So more power to you. You just ride your 26 single speed. You'll be good all year, bro. Okay. Man, I spent longer on Center Stampede than I intended. I'm 51 minutes in. All right, upcoming events. I've only got 2 because I left my notes at the office. I'm going to knock out 2 real quick. Rage Against the Chain Ring, Wichita, Kansas area, March 6th, March 20th. March 6th is Valley Center. March 20th is Douglas, Kansas. You can register online. Just Google it, Rage Against the Chain Ring, Wichita, Kansas, and you will find it. You can register for all 4 races at one time, or you can register for each individual race. There is no day of registration. Everything is online, so you need to get that done. I'm probably only going to be able to do a couple of these races. I've done this series in the past, but it always conflicts with Tour de Dirt, so it's really hard. Their first race does conflict, so there's no way I can double up on the 6th and do St. Crispin's on the 7th. So I'm probably going to miss the first race. So if I register, I'll register just individually on the races and call it a day, or hell, who knows? I may just go register for all 4 and then see if I can make it or not. So, but super cool event. I love these guys. Postal Bikes, John Sears. There's a whole crew involved, but I love all the guys that are involved with that. Super grassroots. Go do it. Race for the Gold, March 14th. This is the day before my birthday, and also the time change. So this is a super great day. Race for the Gold, Kelly Farms, Paula Kelly McGinnis. Combination of a short track time trial, which is the main race called the Race for the Gold, and long jump. The Race for the Gold is the biggie. The Race for the Gold has these gold coins that have times and gifts on them. So the key is, do you just do the TT, which is the main emphasis on the overall, and just go for your time and be the fastest, or do you stop and grab coins along the way and hope that the time on the coins, because there's time markings on the coins, and as you grab the coins and total them, you get to subtract that time from your overall race time. So cool event. I've talked about it the last couple of weeks. I'm not going to go too detailed just because I'm going on an hour. And race for the gold. It's going to be cool. March 14th, day before my birthday. And I'm going to finish up with what I think is really cool. We'll do John Den. John Den, forgot about the 26 single speed e-bike. Yeah, you got the whole thing rolling, man. All right, last topic. I'm going to enter into this and I'm going to monologue. So if you guys have questions, comments, things you want to throw in, do it, because I'm going to end pretty quickly as I finish this. I started this last year on my own just because I thought it was cool. I thought it was something that was needed, and I call it a beginner's clinic. And I actually did it at St. Crispin's, and I attempted it at the next race, but it just didn't take. And then by that point, we were already into COVID, and then, you know, things just blew apart because of COVID, and we just really didn't continue it throughout the season. My goal was to do a type of beginner's clinic at every race, and I just really didn't reapproach that this year because things have been so crazy, and just trying to get Tour de Dirt rolling again. I just didn't really focus on that because I didn't think that I had the time, and I don't have a lot of time. Thankfully, I have an awesome group of people, and two very specific awesome people that really make Tour de Dirt happen. They do so much that I think that a lot of you guys don't see, and we're going to I've been working with them on a variety of things. Tom and Debbie Ugleen. I'm sure it probably is Tommy, but I'm sure only your mom calls you Tommy. But Tom and Debbie Ugleen, you guys probably know them. They are our race officials. They've been our race officials for 3 years now, and they do a great job. But they do more than just race officiating. They do all kinds of officiating for a variety of events. They actually have, and so like I want to, go ahead and I'm gonna type this up here as well as say it. So it's going to be Oklahoma outside. I'm sure there's a link for that, but you guys can search that. Oklahoma Outside Events, Tom and Debbie's website. They are certified officials in a variety of things. They do mountain biking for us. They do all of our mountain bike races. They do 5Ks running. They do triathlons. They do a whole bunch of different outside events, scoring, officiating, and things of that nature. Love these guys. They've helped us. They've been friends of mine for a long time, and they do a lot for the Tour de Dirt, and I can't thank them enough. They have stepped it up this year, and they are doing some more things. One of the things that you might see is like a lot of the events that are already created are all created through Oklahoma Outside Events. Debbie created all those for us. So that we didn't have to create individual events for all the Tour de Dirt races. So she's got all the Tour de Dirt events already out there and posted, and giving access to the promoters so that they can use the same event pages and not have. So I know sometimes it gets scattered with all the different events and things like that. But the main thing that I want to talk about right now is the fact that they have decided to create, and we're going to, we'll see how this goes for other races, but we're going to start with St. Crispin's. So at St. Crispin's, we are going to do what is called a riders/racers summit. So it kind of goes down the same path. If you're a racer and you've been racing for many years, you probably don't need this information. But if you're somewhat new to the world, or you've only been into it, for a short time, this might be something that you're interested in. If not, it's going to be a fun place to hang out, and then we're going to pray right after. But we're going to have a summit at St. Crispin's during the pre-ride on Saturday, March 6th at 1 o'clock, Conference Room D, and we're going to include topics we're going to talk about our Kids Cup, we're going to talk about trail etiquette, we're going to talk about Tour Dirt history, we're going to talk about race day timeline, what happens during the day, when to get there, how you're supposed to register, things of that nature, what you can expect, how the officiating works. We're going to talk about the timing. We're going to talk about OEF. And then when we're done with that, we're going to go out for a pre-ride. And we're going to have people that can lead different groups. We did this last year. I did this last year with about probably 10 or 15 people, and we're going to do that again this year. We're going to have a variety of group leaders, and we're going to take everybody from all levels, all the way up to solid, strong riders, and all the way down to very new beginners that have never seen the course. And we're going to take you out on a pre-ride and show you the sections and how to make the loops work, and how to possibly ride sections. So anyway, super pumped about this. This is something I was really excited about last year, and COVID just kind of screwed all that up. We had a really successful time at St. Crispin's again last year at our early race, and then we just got all crazy with it. But again, big thanks to Debbie and Tom for taking this on and organizing this. I will be there as part of it, but they're going to be organizing it and doing it. And hopefully we'll be able to take this to other events as well too. So that's the plan, and that's what we're looking at. All righty, I don't see any new comments. So if there's anything else, you guys better chime in. Otherwise, I'm going to review my notes real quick. I'll give you about 30 seconds or so. Make sure I haven't missed anything. I don't think I have. I've got juniors, St. Crispin's, Sooner Stampede. Boom. I think I'm good. So, alrighty. You guys can still comment on here and I'll see it. But I'm going to go ahead and close up shop. We're an hour and 2 in. And love you guys. Can't wait to see you at the first Tour Dirt race. Again, remember, if you're a little downhill crazy and Duro crazy, go check out Medicine Park next weekend. I'm going to be doing some hiking, and then I'm going to be hanging out with the Medicine Park crew after that for the awards. So get down to Medicine Park and check them out next weekend if you're interested. So love you guys. See you next week.